Find out why you really don't love small grants, but think you do, and avoid the pitfalls. FEMA small grants fall within a special set of rules. It permits a simplified grant effort with grant management best practices. A FEMA public assistance small grant seems very attractive, but may cause problems long term. You decide as we examine the topic in detail. Walking small trail on the FEMA Quest map is easier than the rough terrain, hazards, and efforts of large grants. My name is Christina Moore. I'm a member of a disaster relief grant management team that built Tempest Gems to help others through this process. We've responded to natural disasters since 2012 as experts at staying within the FEMA rules, the Stafford Act, 2 CFR 200, and using grant management software. We're here to help you rebuild better. We are providing grant management best practices so you and your team will learn how to manage FEMA grants. If you appreciate this presentation, please share it. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell. FEMA Public Assistance small grants are defined within the Stafford Act and are intended to be a simple, easy way through the process. In 2020, they're capped at $130,000. The number varies. In 2011, the value was about $65,000. Writing a grant cost FEMA money. A few years ago, FEMA estimated the easiest grant to write cost a minimum of $5,000. The small grant starts and finishes with the grant application in the FEMA Grants portal. You supply everything that is needed. You land at $130,000 or less, your state sends you a check. You're told to keep your documentation available for a while, you're done. The grant closeout process and the grant application process are combined to a single effort by FEMA. But you can't go back. A large grant, those over the threshold, allow for the grant size and scope to have flexibility. You may request changes. It's intended to cover the costs of your project or mission, within the normal rules of reimbursement. The application for a small grant and a large grant are the same. FEMA has been combining projects recently. That's them doing their thing. FEMA will take your information from one or more applications and generate one or more grants. Sometimes, FEMA combines several grant applications or projects into one large grant with a series of site sheets or sub-projects. This is clever. Separate projects, separate scopes, and separate budgets within the confines of a large project. Hey, if something is off, go make an adjustment. Make a request of the state to change the dates, add or subtract dollars, modify the scope. Here's why I don't like small projects. You're done. You got a grant for $100,000 for your activity, then 2 months later, you see that you missed the fire department payroll, the police department payroll, the electric sign, and 500 cones you bought. Those are all your costs now. You missed them. In the next episode, I'll walk you through a single task that can be reused hundreds to thousands of times depending on your grant. It is a huge time saver and maximizes your reimbursement. Don't miss it. Benefits of the small grant? So what if you miss $1 here or there? You're done. Tracking those expenses and uploading documents cost money and time. While FEMA does provide funding for grant management, the trade-off may benefit you. Miss $1, gain hours. Yay for you. It's like a Sunday stroll down small trail on the FEMA Quest map. It's practically paved. We're providing you a guide to small projects. This serves as a reminder to avoid the pitfalls along the quest. Click on the links below to download this guide. So what about Tempest Gems and the small grants? Me? I'd skip them. I've entered a few. Sometimes by entering them in addition to the large projects, I see the big picture better. It's a personal preference. Yes, the law says you must keep the documents for years, and Tempest Gems can do that reliably. FEMA Public Assistance small projects fall below a threshold, which is $130,000 in April of 2020. You do your closeout when you do the application in Grants Portal or with your paper submission. If you miss money, you won't get to go back to the window and ask for more. If the money you got is a few dollars more than the actual costs, you keep it. And you don't have to spend hours per week keeping up with a long-term grant management effort. That's a win. You weigh the pluses and minuses. If your aggregated costs are about $100,000, you may not have much of a choice. If your costs are creeping up and past that point, know your options. Did you find this helpful? Do you have any questions? Let me know in the comments below. Give a thumbs up if you liked, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of upcoming episodes. There's a link for our guides below. Please share these materials with colleagues, post about us and our efforts on your favorite social media platform. And don't forget to grab the guide to small projects to help you on your FEMA quest.